Welcome to Mack Training Academy. I'm Joey Mack. Pow. Today we're going to go through how to hold pads for beginners. Before we do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So let's get into it. For pad holding, we want to flex into our wrist. So I like to flex my wrist down into my elbow, and then I want to isometrically hold stiff. One of the biggest issues I have with pad holders is pad holders that use momentum and pop their hands forward. You can time strikes with that and connect, but you have to have really good timing, and you also tend to jam people. So even if you have really good timing, it's most likely that you're going to jam them. So let's demonstrate that. When he throws a rear straight, I'm going to flex and hold. So my pad doesn't move very far, and he's able to hit. Whereas if I try to meet him, go ahead, it sounds better. One more. But if I'm off, you'll notice that I cut him off. One more. Boom. So I'm cutting him off instead of just flexing him tight and right there. The other piece for all my pad holding, especially for punches, is I want to make them as realistic as possible. Meaning, I don't want to hold pads off to the sides, because now when he punches a 1-2 combo, okay, it's way across and it's not realistic. You want to try to keep them as close to your face with a little groove in between the pads so that you can see, and then keep them tight enough though that it simulates roughly where your head is. You can't make it exactly, but you want to get as close to simulating a real striking fight as you can. When you do this, typically for pad holding, you throw same hand or same to same side. So if he throws a right, for him he's a southpaw, so it's a jab, it's my right arm. If he throws his cross, which is his rear, it's his left, so left to left. I don't hold my right to his left. You just go opposite. So if he throws a 1-2, it's jab, cross. Okay? So for any of these punches, straight punches, come forward, I flex and I hold. For hook punches, I flex and I hold. And I want to be as close to the center line and again right by my head as possible. Same thing for uppercuts, tight to my face. Kicks, now that changes a little bit. I want to hold the pad off roughly about 45 degrees. I'm going to tuck my elbows to my body, and I want the pads in as tight as I can to me. So again, the pads aren't way out here, simulating a difference of where the body's at for your strike. You want to be as tight as you can, simulating a good strike. Go ahead and throw a kick for me. Boom. Nice and tight. So that would be punches and kicks. For knees or front kicks of any sort, you're gonna, when you just have two pads, we use our belly pad, so the belly pad, you put it on top. When it's two pads, you put one pad down, one pad over the top of it, and then your partner wants to strike right in that gap. And for these, I like to do it the same way I do for my punches. If I have my right arm on top, it means I'm looking for his right leg to do the kick. If I have my left arm on top, left leg is what I want for the kick. And that's whether it's a front kick, and that goes for knees as well. So if I'm here, my left arm's on top, so that means if I say a knee, he goes ahead, throws a knee. Right in that crevice. We don't do that a whole lot, but you want to go right in that gap. Yes. And then a teep, same thing, you want to go up right in that crevice. Okay, so then the last ones, we've gone through punches, kicks, front kicks, and knees. The last one is elbows, and for those, I just make him a target. I tend to push my head back, because again, I don't want to have, say, elbow from here and have his distance be way off. I like to kind of lean my head back for him, and I'll tell him to throw a rear elbow. That way he can get as close to the normal distancing as possible. When I pad hold, you should be trying to make it a simulation that I'm fighting him. So we'll go through that one more time. So for punches, I flex in place, right to right or left to left. For kicks, I flex tight, about 45 degrees to absorb it. I like to sink a little bit. For straight kicks or knees, the one on top is the one that hits. And then for elbows, I like to just lean off just a little bit so that he can simulate as close as he can. Well, with that, if you have questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. Hope these beginner pad holding help you out a lot. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks.